Hello and welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Cap. We have just passed the halfway point of the spring split. We are wide awake and are ready to get into some slides.
What is numero uno?
Will Cloud9 be the first 18-0 LCS team ever? Immortals got close, but no cigar.
I'm telling you already, see right there, that's spelled 9, like the German way of spelling it. This is what an EU fan would say. I have the NA faith, sir. I am voting this. I am bought into the hype. Cloud9 is so fun to watch, not in just their players are mechanically really good and eventually they'll win no matter what, but they're proactive, they're exciting. I'm voting yes.
It is so hard to go the entire season without dropping a single game, and they have made it to the halfway point.
They're past it. They're 10-0.
They barely have passed it. Honestly, it's just such an exciting story that I'm gonna go with yes as well.
We're both aboard the hype.
I gotta go.
Choo.
I say go for it. I mean, they look so good right now. I am a little bit worried because there are some meta changes. Some teams are getting better. Cinderhulks, more tanks, more scaling small buffs here. So there are definitely options for their opponents. And I actually think that this is probably would be my better choice, but I gotta go with it.
We're going with this. 2 for this, 2 for yes.
Next slide.
Number 2.
Better Herald play for early plates or later for first turret. So first turret bonus gives 150 local gold. Turret plate, and you usually get 2 of them from Shelly, will give you 120 gold. So early plates.
Yeah, it's just math.
Finishing off if this is just referring to the first turret bonus, you actually gain things that are not gold from taking down a turret, like you gain more area that you can move.
You gain a dead turret.
Exactly, you gain an area where the opponent will no longer have defense there and you can move in, get wards in the jungle, blah, blah, blah. But I just love that cha-ching cash in with multiple plates.
Especially if you do it correctly, take down the first couple of plates with your champion damage, so then when the turret reinforces its defenses, Shelly says, nah, I don't really care about that, I'm Shelly, and just knocks those remaining ones down. Feels really good.
Plus, you're taking a big chunk out of that turret, you're probably gonna be able to get that turret down first anyways. The damage has been dealt.
My vote's this. It sounds like your vote's this. Let's go next. We're in full agreement so far.
Coming back, we got the synergy. What hurt CLG more, losing Power of Evil or losing Biofrost? Seems like they were both devastating.
Yeah, CLG is in a really bad spot right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this once again. I'm 3 for 3 on this. I think Power of Evil has shown with his performances what we've seen so far this split on FlyQuest. He just got Player of the Week. He's popping off. And I specifically remember in a lot of the games where CLG did well last year, it was Power of Evil who I usually had my eye on as the man with the plan. Yes, he always had the criticism of he's playing scaling champions, he's playing control mages. Well, when he's able to play them to success, he can hard carry a game. This seems like it hurts more.
I've also seen some people crediting him with some of the past coordination that the previous team had. Now they certainly lack that. That being said, Biofrost is also performing way better on TSM than he did on CLG.
Yep.
And seems like he's a very big missing piece for him. So I think they're both important missing pieces.
You can't vote both, sir.
I would vote for Power of Evil this slightly more because while on CLG, the bottom lane, actually, the bottom lane was one of the best parts because Bio was playing these aggressive mages and there was one of their different win conditions.
When they didn't play those though, it was kind of sketchy.
So he was important, so it was a big thing. You know what, I'm splitting, I'm going Bio.
All right, he's going that.
Next
I'm going this. They were both really important in CLGs. They gotta change some stuff. Let's go next.
What's better on 10-4 in Pro? Engage supports or enchant supports? Changes have been getting buffs. I also feel like whenever tanks are being played in other roles, i.e. Ornn top lane, Cinderhulk's coming back, Sejuani's in the jungle, you don't need 3 tanks. So I would say 2 forms of engage are very good. You start adding more, then I'm like, well, you're losing out on some DPS or some healing, some spell block, these sorts of things.
Utility.
Yeah, exactly. If the meta starts to shift more towards that way, I think these will gain a lot of ground. And engage supports might be a little bit on the way out. They definitely still have their place because if you don't have one of those champions in the other roles, then you still need it.
So I think that Ornn is the most broken champion in the game on 10.4 and should always be banned 100% of the time. Like Akali moved out of her apartment on Always Ban Me Avenue, and Ornn thought, wow, that looks like great real estate. Let me move right on in. Like, he should always be banned in the game. I agree that Cinderhulk's probably going to bring back some tanky junglers, but at the same time, I am going to pose one item, 2 words as to why my vote goes here, and it's Gargoyle Stone Plate. This item is absolutely busted. It's so easy to rush. It gives you so much combat power for these engaged, these tank supports, so I'm going to vote for this.
Agree. Next slide. Did CLG play better with Pobelter than they did with Crown? Now, they still lost their games, but to me, it seemed like they had a bit more of a spark, a bit more of life, trying to create some of these plays. How do you feel? It's definitely a low bar to set.
Yeah, there was... So the past couple weeks of CLG play, it's really, you go into the game and you're not expecting them to have any sort of a chance, just from their drafts to their communication. And I'm not trying to sound like overly down on this team, but things just weren't lining up in any avenue. This week, at least, it looked like there was a bit more, exactly what you're saying, just that kick, that spark, that seems like they're at least trying to make something happen. So if nothing else, I think it's at least reinvigorated them a little bit and put them in a spot where maybe they can start making more proactive choices. So I'm gonna vote yes. This isn't an OMG, they're gonna turn it all around and go 9-0 in second half type of thing, but it is better, I think.
Soft yes. Next slide. Would 2019 Team Liquid beat 2020 Cloud9? Oh. I actually think not, if they played in current meta on this current patch. And I think that C9 would also, honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna go with no.
Is it a best of 1 or is it a best of 5?
Doesn't say.
Because I think in a
It
best
says
of...
beat them. I think in both cases, this Cloud9 is better.
I think in best of 1, this Cloud9 beats them. In best of 5, 2019 Liquid wins. Because I think that, I don't know, the Cloud9, just historical shakiness in best of 5s, especially in big moments, and this is a big moment because you're playing in a time capsule against people from another dimension, it'll get shaky towards the end, and I think Liquid will pull
Here's
off.
my argument. TL only beat them 3-2 in the finals with the old roster, and I think this roster is significantly better. That's it. Next slide.
Best of 5, I'm saying that Team
We got to
Liquid
agree
wins
to
it.
disagree.
Best of 1, Cloud9. So since we're only playing best of 1 so far, I guess I'll say yes, because I believe that Cloud9 would win in the best of 1, but in the best of 5.
So you are agreeing with me.
I'm
We both
agreeing
choose
with
this,
you under the context.
but you
that
don't
it's best of
agree
1
as
only.
strong.
Yeah,
Next
my
slide, next
heart
slide.
is not in my agreement with you. Okay, let's go to the next one.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Feels worse, playing melee into range top laner. That's pretty bad. Or playing against damaged supports. This honestly not so bad.
I ban this every game.
If you got one of those tanky supports, Leona, get on them.
Yeah,
Kill 'em.
just get in there.
Call
just blow
jungler.
them up. But playing against this, as a melee bruiser that has no gap closer, I hope your jungler really likes you. I hope you bought him dinner last night. I hope you have specifically been a family friend for a long time, because he needs to be setting up a tent in your lane. Bring some marshmallows, bring some s'mores, have a great time, because otherwise you don't get to play League of Legends.
I would say small shout out to Someday, by the way. 100 Thieves, the Lucian play for him, getting a big win for them. Absolutely abusing that and playing the range matchup really nicely. Next slide.
So we're saying double this.
We both say this.
Double this. And that's it. That's the final one.
All done.
I thought for sure there was one more. We goofed that up.
And it got me a little bit on that one too. Looking forward to next week though. See you there.
Don't forget, show up. We got Academy Rush. It's on Friday. We got LCS. It's on Saturday. It's on Sunday. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it's now also on Monday. Don't you miss any of it.